Brian, is there a particular college football playoff format that you support?
Well, I like what we've done and gone to straight seeding. You know, I think that's a first step. I think we need to add more data into the selection process. You know, I was at Notre Dame, we played for the national championship when it was the old model where it was the computer.
Right.
And now it's very subjective. And I understand that. But I think we can add some more analytics and some more data. So we just don't look at the right-hand column and make decisions. Because there are differences between schedules, teams, losses, things of that nature. So I think relative to selection, adding more of those things to the process is what I like the best.
I heard about the 5-11 format, the 5 highest-rated conference champions and 11 at large. That could put a lot of SEC teams in the field. What are your thoughts on that one?
Well, I like that model. You know, I think our commissioner has got some options, and he's going to pursue those options. Look, at the end of the day, if you ask us, you know, as coaches in our room, you know, what was talked about, we're looking for access, right? What's the easiest way? Now, I know win all your games, right? But how do you get the most SEC teams in there? The 5-11 would be, you know, obviously a preferred choice.
Do you favor going from 8 conference games to 9, or does that depend on what format they come up with?
The format has everything to do with it. And we understand clearly that people want to see SEC schools play each other. They want to see that. You know, we're the third most watched sporting event, you know, outside of certainly the NFL and the NBA. It's SEC football. So they want to see SEC schools play each other. We get that. We understand the revenue piece that's out there as well. Another home game or, you know, another opportunity. But at the end of the day, we don't want to hurt ourselves by knocking each other off either. So we clearly understand there's more than just, you know, if we lived in a vacuum, we'd probably say let's stay at 8. But we know why 9 is definitely on the table.
Gambusa's Barbershop, Knoxville's award-winning barbershop where traditions and trends blend. You can get classic cuts to razor-head shaves to contemporary styling, all at a great price. You'll leave feeling great and looking even better. Gambusa's Barbershop, where men belong. A couple other questions. Jaden Daniels wins a Heisman Trophy for you a couple of years ago. How much better was he his senior year versus his junior year?
Night and day. Night and day. And it was all his work. He put in the time. He was a man that knew what his weaknesses were, and he went and he worked on them. And he improved because of that work ethic. Garrett Nussmeier is the same way. When you go and you're a first-time starter in the SEC, you're going to get exposed if there are some weaknesses. And he's shored up those weaknesses. He's worked on them. And that's why I'm very confident that he's going to have a similar year that Jaden Daniels had going into his second year.
You went out and got a couple of really good receivers in the transfer portal. Did you feel it was important to do that to help Nussmeier?
Look, we're always looking to upgrade our roster. We felt like we were in a pretty good position, but we could be in a great position. Our focus in the portal was defense. First and foremost. When you go on the road, you better bring a defense. We weren't bringing the kind of defense that could impact games. Blake did not. Baker, our defensive coordinator, didn't have the weapons that he needed to have a great defense. We addressed that first, and then I would say that we topped the tank off on offense with some more weapons that are only going to make us better.
I covered that LSU program many, many years ago, and it seemed like LSU always had a lot of great athletes and on defense. Did you lack that athleticism this past year?
Oh, absolutely. Defense? Well, you know, remember now, let's take a look at where this has gone the last 3 years. We came in with 39 scholarships. We only had 39 players on scholarship when we played in the Texas Bowl. So this has been a building back of the lowest point of LSU in terms of personnel. And it took time. And now we have the best roster that we've had since I've been at LSU. And the expectation should be we should be competing to be in the playoffs.
Brian, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Care.
Okay, you too. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, voted the best and favorite jeweler every year. These folks are real jewelers, master craftsmen, quality jewelry, unique designs, smart designs, very knowledgeable, friendly, and helpful. Serving West Knoxville for 39 years. We want to be your jeweler. Fleet Tire has been serving Knoxville's tire needs for over 40 years with the best quality tires available, including Michelin and Bridgestone. Owned and operated by Tennessee grads, their tires may not be orange, but their blood sure runs orange. For the best tires made with the best prices, see Fleet Tire.